Come out wherever you are. Aunt Bee!
Good Lord!
Now, Miss Beverly, calm down. Let me get you some punch.
Granville, she's dead.
Quite dead. Here, drink this.
What are we going to do? The guests will be here any minute. It's her birthday party, for heaven's sake.
I don't suppose we could prop her in a chair and hope that no one notices.
She has a butcher knife in her chest. I think someone would notice.
I suppose you're right, Mum. Let me get you more punch.
Who would do such a cruel and despicable thing on the eve of her 75th birthday? How thoughtless of them.
Indeed. Would you like more punch, Mum?
No, I would not like more punch. My aunt is dead, your employer. Be a little sensitive.
I'll try.
Where's your loyalty? For heaven's sakes, your father worked here before you. Don't you feel anything?
I feel a great loss. We all do.
She was my only aunt. For my whole life, she was my aunt. What are we going to do?
We'll muddle through somehow, Mum.
My God, the birthday party. What will we tell the guests? They're all Aunt Bee's closest friends. We've got to think of something. Help me.
We could tell them she's away on one of her eccentric holidays.
Oh, no one would believe us. This party's a tradition. She would never miss her own birthday party. No. We'll have to stall them. Keep them guessing, like one of Aunt Beatrice's little games. You know, those cruel, insensitive games she plays on us all the time.
Indeed.
Then, when the party's over, we'll just push everyone out the front door, and they won't be any the wiser. I hope. We'll figure out the details later.
A noble plot, Mum. I hope it works.
You will help, won't you, Granville?
Well,
I guarantee there'll be something in it for you.
everyone has a price. In that case, of course. After all, you're my employer now.
Oh, I suppose I am. Granville.
Yes, Mum.
Go into the library and clean up the broken glass.
Yes, Mum.
Oh, and do cover up Aunt Beatrice. Use the pastel Afghan in there. It was one of her favorites. She always said he kept her the warmest of all.
Whatever you say, Mum.
Beverly Towne, pull yourself together. This is your chance to prove you have a spine after all. There, I am in complete control. Control, Beverly. Control.
Did I scare you? I knew I would. This is such a great costume. Imagine me as Dracula. Aunt Bee will never guess. I'm usually a clown or Tweedledum or Tweedledee. Which one was I last year, Dum or Dee? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I really scared you, didn't I, Beverly?
Yes, Bertie, but believe me, it wouldn't take much.
Where's Granville? I want to scare him, too. I thought he would be the one answering the door. Oh, well, wait till Aunt Bee sees this costume. It'll scare her to death.
You're too late.
I am not. I'm the first one here. I'm always the first one here, except for you, and you don't count.
Believe me, this time you're too late.
Was the party at 7? Am I really late? Where is everybody else? I don't see their cars. What costumes are they wearing? I'll bet you I've got them all beat as Dracula. No one would ever think of coming to Aunt Bee's party as Count Dracula, the blood-sucking vampire from Pennsylvania.
That's Transylvania. Bernie, just shut up. You're not late for the party. Now sit down.
All done, Miss Beverly? Oh, Master Bernard, quite impressive.
What happened, Granville?
An accident.
Trip over your tails?
Aunt Bee knocked over some glasses in the library, and Granville was just cleaning them up.
Is she okay?
She's never been better.
I want to go in and scare her.
Not now. You can't scare her now.
Oh, I'll try.
It won't work. You know Aunt Bee doesn't scare easily.
Master Bernard, Madam is resting. She had a bit of a disturbing experience earlier. She was dealing with a matter of life and death, and when she finally got the point, it took quite a lot out of her.
Oh, indeed it did. She'll be out later. Come along, help me finish up the punch. Granville, get rid of that stuff and station yourself by the door. Will you stop that?
They said that the teeth would really hurt, but they don't. Maybe I have a bigger mouth than most people.
I'm sure you do.
Mom, the evidence is disposed of. Cook says dinner will be ready in half an hour, and the guests had better be on time.
Tell Cook to keep her opinions to herself. We will go into dinner when everyone is ready.
Very well, Mom.
What time is Aunt Bee going to judge the costume contest? Before dinner? After dinner? When?
Everything is going to be just the same as every other year.
Is that why you're wearing that same costume again? You've worn the same clothes every year for 10 years in a row, and you've never won the costume contest. Give it up, sis.
Listen, little brother, you just keep your oversized mouth shut. And for your information, the tiara is new this year. At least I can still wear the same size clothes 10 years in a row.
My, aren't we snippy tonight? PMS?
Bernie, just mind your own business. Smile, snarl, eat and drink, but don't ask questions.
Cook says you could keep your comments to yourself. You aren't the boss. I told her we'd see about that.
Granville, the door. Get ready. The real guest should be arriving any minute.
What did he mean by that?
Smile, Bernie. Remember, don't ask questions, just smile. And for heaven's sake, sit down somewhere. At last, someone to talk to. Oh my! Granville, wait! Well, give me a minute.
Yes, Granville, wait! Here's what we're going to do, okay? You open up the door, and I'll jump out, and I'll scare them, okay? Do it just like that. Tell them, Beverly. Tell them to do it just like I said.
Perhaps Miss Beverly should wave her magic wand.
That's fine. Do it just the way Bernie wants.
Yes. Are we ready, Master Bennett?
Ready whenever you are.
Roar!
Roar!
May I take your route, Mom?
Oh, no, thank you, Granville. I'll keep it on until the costume judging is over. Then you may put my cape away.
Very well.
She stole my costume! That blood-sucking accountant stole my costume! What are you gonna do about it, Beverly, huh?
Barbara, so good of you to come. Wonderful costume. You wear it so well. I'm sure it's a winner.
I can see the competition is going to be fierce. I understand there's a prize for best costume.
Oh, indeed there is. Oh, that's right. This is your first birthday party with Aunt Beatrice.
Would you explain one thing, please?
I'll try. Punch?
Oh, no, thank you.
What's the question?
Why does Mrs. Towne celebrate her birthday and Halloween when it isn't until tomorrow, the 1st?
Well, that's a rather long story, but in a nutshell. When Aunt Bee was a child, she wasn't allowed to have both a Halloween and a birthday party. And she so loved to dress up, she decided to have a Halloween party. Well, her parents thought that was being frivolous, and they decided she should have a birthday party, and that was that. When she grew up, she decided for herself to combine the two on Halloween, and, well, here we are.
Oh, very interesting. But I would have preferred to have come without a costume. But she insisted.
Oh, you have to wear a costume. I just think it's so absolutely hysterical that you and Bernie picked the same costume. You wear yours better than he does.
Oh, thank you, I think. Your costume is, well, ethereal.
Oh, no one's ever said that before. Thank you so much.
Why did you have to ruin my costume? You could have come as anything. A pencil, even. Why did you have to come as Count Dracula? You make me so mad! Wait, Granville. Maybe this time I can really scare them. Are you ready, Granville?
Yes, Master Bennett.
Such a child.
Isn't he, though? Really give it to him this time, Bernie.
Now!
Overstuffed Texas ox! There is an ass! Get out of my way, you scout swinging sweater! Wrong. Just ask any of them.
I wouldn't want to embarrass you with the opportunity. Just accept it.
You're wrong. Well, looky here. We got ourselves a convention of counts.
So it is. Except, Beverly, you always were a step or two out of sync with the rest of the world.
Just what do you think you're doing?
We're here to celebrate your aunt's birthday, you wimp.
You know what I mean. The cakes, the costumes, everything.
Well, I got this stylish little number about a week ago. I don't know when he did.
I had this costume designed and sewn specifically for me for tonight.
Whoa there, partner, but are your arms a little
Granville,
short
come
and your
here.
legs too long for that costume?
I'm afraid this isn't going very well. We need some help. Take the punch into the kitchen and juice it up.
What? Juice it up? No.
Spike it. You know, a little punch and a lot of booze. We need all the help we can get.
Very well, Mum. To the rescue. The evil deed will be done with haste.
So it isn't exactly as it was supposed to be. It is original. What about your usual Western outfit, Tex? Wear it out in the saddle?
Gave it up. Time for a change.
Change? Why did everybody have to change this year? I wanted to win the costume contest, and I could have if it wasn't for all of you.
Oh, be quiet. All of you.
Well, if it isn't our prissy little pencil pusher. Come out of the closet, have you?
What's that remark supposed to mean?
Well, it seems that sometimes when a filly acts more like a colt, you wonder which side the brand is on.
I never.
I'm sure you never, but maybe you should.
I don't have to take this sexual harassment from you or anyone else.
Calm down, both of you. Barbara, sit down. This is a party, not a boxing match.
Please, everyone, just sit down.
I knew this party would be a mistake. I didn't want to come here. I'm no good at parties.
Well, Barbara, perhaps this party is the best thing for you. You are a bit stiff sometimes.
Stiff. Why, every time she bends over, you can hear her attitude crack.
Oh, look, punch. Let's everyone have a drink or two.
Red punch, how appropriate.
Quickly now, everyone get a glass and we'll have a toast.
A toast? To what? Disappointment?
Oh, who could that be?
Trick or treat.
I'm sorry, miss, but we don't do trick or treat at this house.
Look, I walked all the way up that driveway. I want a treat.
Sorry, miss, but those are the brakes.
A toast to?
Okay. Listen here. I want my treat, and I want it now.
Lost her sheep, I
A
guess.
toast to?
To life.
That'll do.
Excuse me,
Yes, may I help you?
is this the townhouse?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny. Townhouse, get it?
Yes.
Oh, you're Miss Town, aren't you? Do I know you? I'm Gladys. I work down at the Plaza Supermarket.
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness, did I interrupt something? Maybe I'd better go.
Oh, of course not. It's just a costume party.
Oh, then I am at the right house. Mrs. Town, your aunt invited me tonight. She said I'd have a lot of fun if I came, with lots of surprises. Ooh, I do love surprises.
Oh, yes. Lots of surprises. Granville, tell Cook to set another place, and you can keep whatever she says to yourself. Come in, Gladys. Let me introduce you around.
Oh, by the way, I found this bucket of candy on the porch. I think that little girl who ran screaming by me may have dropped it.
Oh, thank you, Gladys. We'll just hold on to it for her. This is Bernard, my brother.
Oh, hi.
Bill.
Charmed.
Oh, are you from the South?
Texas, ma'am, the great state of Texas.
Oh, I just love the way you Texans talk.
Thank you, ma'am.
This is Barbara.
Good evening. Nice costume.
Oh, this isn't a costume. I just came from work. Mrs. Town said if I came right from work, I didn't have to wear a costume.
Oh, how fortunate.
Bob here. Nice to have you with us.
Are you all family?
Oh, not really. Bob is my aunt's doctor, Bill is her attorney, and Barbara is her accountant.
And I'm her grocery clerk.
Indeed.
Oh, Beverly.
queen bee.
More punch? Let me fill up everyone's glass.
Not me. It has a funny taste.
Nonsense. Fruity good. Fill her up.
Gladys?
Oh, no, thank you. I don't indulge.
What's to indulge? It's fruit punch.
Oh, then just a little.
Here, Gladys, come sit down next to me. Tell me all about your work.
Oh, there isn't much to tell. Thank you. I stock the shelves and I get items for the customers. They haven't let me run the checkout yet. I'm not very good with numbers.
Oh, that's too bad. More punch, please. I bet you're good at what you do. Whatever it is you do.
Oh, I'm very good. I'm the best. We had a store contest. You know, like one of those TV game shows.
Really?
Like Jeopardy, where you have to answer questions. Well, not really like Jeopardy, because on Jeopardy, you get the answers and then you have to ask the questions.
Yes, get on with it. We get the picture.
Well, the manager of the store shouted out products, and we had to tell what aisle it was in.
A little like hide and seek.
I guess so. Anyway, I was the best. I know where everything is in that store, down to the loose screws.
You mean, little lady, there's some employees at the Plaza supermarket with a few screws loose? Maybe, Doc, you better get down there and check that out.
I'm a podiatrist, not a psychiatrist.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. By the way, have you spotted Bigfoot lately? I heard he was one of your patients.
We don't need any doctors unless they've got a screwdriver.
I'm sure in Doc's black bag he's got one of them, too.
I resent your constant demeaning remarks. If you were any kind of a lawyer, you would have stayed in Texas. But I heard the tar was getting hot and the townsfolk were collecting.
Gentlemen, please! This is neither the time or the place. Have another drink.
Why did you have to stop the fight, Beverly? I wanted to see the fight. You always stop the fight. If they had knocked each other out, then I would have a better chance at winning the costume contest.
Gladys, why don't you amaze us with your knowledge of the supermarket?
Oh, I'd love to. You shout out a product, and I'll tell you what aisle it's in. Do you want the shelf letter, too? A is at the bottom, and the letters go up. I can do that, too.
Oh, I think aisle numbers would be sufficient.
Oh, okay. Now, let me see. Just one product at a time. You start.
Me? All right, give me a minute. Soup.
Which kind?
Kind?
You know, what kind of soup? You have to be specific. Not the brand's name, the kind of soup.
Oh, all right. Tomato.
I'll three.
Chicken noodle.
I'll three.
Gumbo.
I'll three.
They're all in the same aisle. What difference did it make?
I guess it really didn't matter. May I have more punch, please? Oh, my mouth is so dry.
Everyone, have another glass of punch.
Mom, cook says dinner is ready. Would you like to be seated?
No, not yet. Why don't you bring the hors d'oeuvres in here? We'll snack for a while.
We can't eat without Beatrice, the guest of honor. Where is she, anyway?
Oh, she's in the library resting. I say we go get her now.
No, not yet. We haven't finished kissing Gladys yet.
I'm ready.
So am I.
Barbara, I've never seen you so relaxed. That's wonderful.
I'm not that relaxed. Keep your hands to yourself.
I'm waiting.
Nuts.
Fresh or packaged?
Who said nuts? Come on. If you're going to play the game, you have to play by the rules. Who said it?
Bernie.
What?
Did you say nuts?
What if I did?
Fresh or packaged?
What?
Fresh or packaged?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, son, fess up.
Say anything.
Peanut.
What?
Peanuts, boy, goobers.
Oh,
What'd you think I said?
never mind.
Well, say it.
What?
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Aisle 7.
Brown rice.
Aisle 5.
Longhorn steak sauce.
Aisle 5.
Donuts.
Aisle 2.
Anybody got a pin?
Aisle 4.
Fruit cocktail.
Aisle 1.
I need a pin.
I told you. Aisle 4.
What
How about some needle and thread?
seems to be the problem, Bernie?
Aisle 4, that one.
about my zipper?
Aisle 7. No, that's aisle 4 again. May I have more punch, please?
My, boy, you better fix that before the horse gets out of the barn.
I think we've all had enough of this little game. It's time Beatrice made her entrance.
No.
You're not hiding anything from us, are you, Beverly?
Well, of course not. Look, hors d'oeuvres.
Aisle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Phew.
Granville, can you help me? I need a pin for my zipper.
Certainly, Master Bernard. Follow me.
Gladys, you have amazed us with your mental prestidigitation.
Oh, my. My what?
Don't worry, Gladys. It's a compliment.
Oh, thank you.
You're entirely welcome.
Beverly, I think it's time your aunt made her entrance. She's already later than usual.
More hors d'oeuvres.
No.
Punch.
I could use another sip.
Me too.
No more. Enough is enough.
Who said I've had enough?
Dr. Bob's right. Where is our beloved employer?
Have you had enough?
I didn't think so.
I suppose you're right. Wouldn't anyone like anything else before dinner? Dinner. We could all go into dinner.
Not without Beatrice.
Oh, I don't feel very good.
It's party time.
Mrs. Towne! Gladys, how good of you to come. Barbara, you have a glow about you I don't believe I've seen before. Have you had sex?
No.
Ah, pity. But we won't give up hope, will we? Granville, shut that mouth of yours, pick up that tray, and clean up that mess.
Yes, madame.
And when you're finished, tell Cook as soon as the costume judging is over, we'll be sitting down to dinner.
Yes, madame. Whatever you say, madame.
Bob, perhaps you might revive Beverly. I doubt she has the strength to do it on her own.
Beverly, here we go.
There now, Beverly. I believe we can see those beady little eyes of yours.
Beatrice,
well,
I
spit it out, child, before we all don't give a damn.
I thought
you thought I was resting. Well, recess is over. It's time to party. Stop that babbling, you little twit. One would think you'd been drinking or seen a ghost. This is going to be the best party ever. Don't you think so, Bill?
Whatever you say, Beatrice, honey.
Oh, but it is. Well, now we've wasted enough time, and I'm certain dinner is overcooked and cold by now. So why don't we get on with the costume judging? Everyone, find a place to strut your stuff. Oh, my God, this is going to be a challenge. Rotate. Whee! No, Barbara, walk in the line.
Are we playing musical chairs?
Where's the music? I don't hear any music.
That's enough. Let's line up. It's finals time. Beverly, step forward. Well, my dear Beverly, I see you've succeeded in embarrassing yourself once more. What is it, 10 years in a row? Must I repeat what I've said in the past? Your insignificance as a person is exceeded only by your inability to successfully express yourself through a costume. Beverly, you're still a loser. Sit down and get rid of the tiara. It does nothing for you.
I told you you wouldn't win.
Bob, step forward. Well, now, this is different. I always knew you had an inferiority complex, but magically you've been able to transcribe it into a costume. But I can't quite tell if you're being a baby Dracula dressed up in Big Daddy's clothes or the amazing shrinking vampire. Bob, next time, get yourself a costume that fits you and your personality. Grow up. Sit down, you lose.
$600. Shut.
Buffalo Bill? Well, now, a Texas vampire. How novel, but not good enough. You know, somehow I can't envision Count Dracula racing back to get to his home in the far reaches of the Ponderosa. Sit down, no good.
What difference does it make? It's just a costume.
But you have to be the part. If you're going to assume a role, you can't just look the role, you have to be the role. Bernie, let me see you wave your little arms way up. Again. Once more, Bernie.
What are you doing, Aunt Bee?
Well, Bernie, it seems that every time you raise your little arms up like that, the pin that's holding your fly together gets ready to pop. And I just wondered how long it would be before a sensitive part of your male anatomy got skewered. But no matter, you lose. You know, that mouth of yours may be big enough for those teeth, but I doubt you have strength to suck soda through a straw, let alone suck blood from a victim's throat. Next time, stick to dressing up like a clown. It suits your personality better. Sit down. Barbara, step forward, if you can. Let me have a look at that fine example of unisex vampirism. Now, I'd like to give you first prize, but I can't. Now, you've captured the idea of being something you aren't, but vampires consume blood, not Bloody Marys. You were better off with a steel shaft for a spine instead of a rubber band. But then this is your first year at my birthday party, and you couldn't have expected to win first time around. Sit down.
I lost? I lost?
Well, you may have lost the contest, Barbara, but you haven't lost everything. There's still your virginity. Which reminds me, there's something conceptually wrong about a virgin vampire. Wouldn't you agree, Miss Finley? And I suppose that disqualifies Beverly and Bernie as well. I highly doubt they even understand the concept of sex. Now then, that leaves Bob and Bill. But virginity is something to lose, not to be taken away, like so many vulnerable clients. Well, Gladys, you're all that's left. You win by default.
What? Oh, Mrs. Towne, I'm not even wearing a costume.
Gladys, the grace with which you wear that supermarket frock far exceeds anything these blood-sucking vampires could even attempt at remotely pretending to be the Count of Transylvania. You're at one moment innocence, and then the next the personification of capitalistic America. You win, hands down. Gladys wins first prize. Come along, Gladys, my dear. The birthday feast awaits.
Oh, Mrs. Towne, I don't know what you said, but you said it so nicely. You're such a wonderful and exciting woman.
Really? I hadn't thought of myself that way. But I suppose I am, after all. Gladys, you're so perceptive. I enjoyed your little attempt at confusion here tonight. It was very clever of you all to dress the same in some sort of communal costume gathering. Whose idea was it anyway? I didn't think any of you were smart enough to think of such a scheme. But it didn't work. You all still lost.
Whose idea was it?
Not mine.
I can't stand it. She does this to me every year. If I'm a clown, it's to me. Now I'm not enough me.
Her tongue was hot enough to brand a stare.
Yes, Beatrice was certainly in rare form. You'd think after all these years there'd be nothing left to say, yet somehow she always finds something.
You mean she has done this before?
Always. Every year we endure this humiliation. I hate her.
We all hate a little of her.
Why do you bother?
Honey, she pays the bills.
Oh. Well, I'm hungry. Let's eat.
Yes, you're right. Let's put away our animosity and put on the feed bag.
Dinner is served.
Oh, well, at least the food's good.
I'll be right back. Oh, I forgot the prize money. I'll just go into the library and get... Oh, dear.
Beatrice, are you all right?
Beverly, I'm like a cat. I can see in the dark. I'm fine. Granville, will you check the fuses in the basement? Bernard, get some candles, and I'll get a flashlight out of the library.
Quick, someone light the candles on her cake. 75 candles ought to give off enough light for the whole damn house.
I can't find any matches. Damnation, it's as cloudy as a dark prairie night.
We'll all just have to do the best we can. Perhaps it would be best if we all just sat here around the table and waited for the lights to come back on.
Good idea.
So damn dark in here. Oh, I knew I should have installed an emergency lighting years ago. Oh, I'm not sure I have enough money for the first prize, and I forgot the damn flashlight.
What was that?
I'm sorry, Mom. I knocked the out the sideboard. The fuses are fine. There seems to be a general blackout of the entire neighborhood. I did find this condo, but I'm still looking for the marches.
Hurry, Granville. I can't stand this darkness another minute. At last. Where did everybody go?
What's going on?
Granville, hurry with those matches.
Marches, Mom!
Quick! Get me that way. I'm going to go check on Beatrice.
I'll come with you.
What was that?
I'll check the doors. Perhaps one of the guests has gotten lost in the dark. I'll secure, Mum. Good Lord, not again!
Granville, she's dead. Again. Well, not really again, because she must not have been dead the first time. I mean before. What's going on here?
I don't know, Mum. Perhaps it is one of Madame's jokes for Halloween.
What are we going to do? We can't keep it a secret this time. Where is everybody? They couldn't have all just disappeared. Maybe they all went home? Maybe they're all dead!
Now, Miss Beverly, calm down. I'll check the dining room. They may all be eating.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. 5 minutes in the closet and you put the moves on me. Who'd you think I was, anyway? Barbara, you thought I was the frigid filly. That explains a hand.
I was merely attempting a new therapy on her that I felt was appropriate for the occasion.
Therapy? You call hand-groping therapy?
Under some circumstances, it is totally appropriate. It was at least worth a try.
You're just lucky I didn't deck you with a strong uppercut.
But you didn't, did you? I bet you thought I was Barbara and you enjoyed it. Why, you old goat, you're no better than I am.
Oh, please stop. Quiet.
Beverly, what's the matter? You look as though you've seen a ghost.
It's Aunt Bee.
What about Beatrice?
She's dead.
Dead?
You're mistaken, Beverly. You must be.
Oh, go look in the library. See for yourself.
The library?
Master Bandit is stuffing his face in usual fashion, and our little grocery clerk is out cold under the dining room table. I've yet to find any of the others.
Bob and Bill just went into the library.
Was that wise, Mum?
What choice did I have? Besides, they would have found out sooner or later.
That leaves only an inebriated accountant's whereabouts as a mystery. Who could that be? The lost have been found.
Who locked the door? For Butler, you're awfully slow to answer the door. Where is everybody?
Scattered to the four winds.
Dead?
Cold as a mackerel in January.
Who's dead?
Aunt Bee.
Oh, well, it's about time that old bitch died.
That's my aunt you're talking about. How dare you say that?
I think we need to get everyone together and figure out what we're going to do. Granville, it's time for the roundup.
Yes, boss.
So, how did the old bag die?
Butcher knife to the chest and heart.
Oh, how gory. I don't feel so good.
Do you think she suffered long?
I doubt it.
Too bad.
What's the big idea? I'm not done eating yet.
I've got such a headache.
Probably all that mental prestidigitation.
Or the punch.
I could use another glass.
I think what we need now is coffee, not more punch.
I don't want more coffee. I want to know what's going on. Someone tell me, please.
Please don't shout.
Aunt Bee is dead.
Dad?
Murder.
Murder!
heart.
Yuck.
Does seem a little extreme. At her age, a paring knife would have done the trick.
At a birthday party? Oh, how sad.
Tough luck. That's more cake for us.
Well, I'm going back to get more roast beef.
She never got her cake. She never got the chance to blow out her birthday candles. Birthday wish.
I wouldn't worry about blowing out candles when a life's been snuffed out. We got to get to the bottom of this.
Yes, and quickly. As I see it, one of us here is the murderer.
I bet it was little Bo Peep. She had the motive.
Oh, I don't think so. She looked like a sweet young thing to me. I don't think anyone dressed like that could hurt anyone, let alone murder Mrs. Towne.
Gladys, it was a joke. God, you don't get anything, do you? If someone came into your precious supermarket at night when you were closed, changed all the shelves around, and you were told it was Mrs. Towne or little Bo Peep, would you believe it?
Certainly not. Besides, we're open all night. They couldn't do it without being caught. Mrs. Towne was a good person. She liked me. I'd never hurt her.
Gladys, that puts you in the minority and likely rules you out as a suspect.
I don't believe it. First she wins the costume contest without even wearing a costume, and now she's not even a murder suspect. Boy, are you lucky.
I'm afraid none of us are quite so lucky as you say, Bertie. Except maybe faithful Granville over there.
Thank you, sir.
I wouldn't be so quick to rule out Granville if I were you. He's not the nice guy he'd want us to think he was, are you? I hear how you talk about my aunt when you don't think she's listening. You say all kinds of nasty things about her, don't you? Huh, Butler boy? Huh?
Have you been spying again, Master Bernard?
So what if I have? What do you have to say about it, huh?
Mrs. Towne was not the easiest person to work for.
I'm surprised any of us have stayed with her as long as we have.
I was loyal to her as my father was before me.
Good for you. Wave the flag of loyalty for everybody to see.
Now, wait a minute. Granville, when Aunt Bee was murdered the first time, earlier tonight?
Murdered?
Earlier.
The first time?
What are you talking about?
Oh, dear. Earlier tonight, before all of you arrived, I found Aunt Bee dead in the library.
What? And you didn't tell me?
Well, I was hoping to avoid telling anyone. Granville and I were trying to keep it a secret.
How did you know she was dead?
She had a butcher knife in her chest, just like now.
This is all just a joke you're playing on me, isn't it? People are always playing jokes on me and pushing me around. First it's bullies at school, and now it's people I don't even know playing jokes on me. Aunt Bee was always doing something to make me look stupid. Now this.
Well, I don't think it's a joke. We saw her, Granville and I. At least I thought we did.
Sounds like an elaborate setup.
What do you mean?
Yet, it's so simple. Earlier, Beatrice plays one of her little practical jokes on Beverly and Granville. You know how she likes to play those cruel jokes of hers.
All the time.
It really upsets Granville. He's had enough of it. So when the lights conveniently go out, he quietly disappears, gets a knife from the kitchen, goes in the library, and stabs Beatrice.
You mean he did it in the library? With a knife?
Granville, I knew you didn't act very upset the first time, but how could you just kill her like that?
Believe me, Mum, I would not think of such a thing. I would not kill her more than any one of you would. I do have my limits.
What are those limits, Granville? Take what you can and run back to merry old England?
I will not stand here and be accused of committing a crime that any one of you could have committed. Come to think of it, you all had motive enough to kill Mrs. Towne.
Whoa, we're straying off the trail, boys and girls. Since there seems to be a question as whether Beatrice died once, twice, or possibly at all, I suggest we appoint Doc here to go certify her dead. Then we can move on from there.
Me? Why me?
Well, you're the only doctor here. It seems to make sense.
But
Gladys, you go with the doc as an observer, just to be sure.
Me? Oh, I can't do that.
Oh, yes, you can. If I have to do this, then so do you.
Do 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 do
dead.
Are you sure? That old bitch is tricky.
You felt her pulse?
What pulse? When you're dead, there is no pulse.
You tried to find a pulse, right?
I looked at her very closely and couldn't see any pulse.
What kind of doctor are you anyway?
I'm a podiatrist, a foot doctor. I keep telling you all that. I hate dead people. They give me the creeps. Why do you think I went into podiatry? People don't die of broken feet. They die of broken hearts. Stab a man in the foot, and all he does is limp around for a while. Stab him in the heart, and he's dead. Dead! I hate dead people. Give me bunions any day.
But you're sure she's dead?
Yes.
Gladys, do you agree?
What? You don't believe us? You go check. Any one of you. All right then, she's dead.
Well, it seems we do have a real murder on our hands. How exciting. Now we get to point fingers at each other and find out who really did it. Oh, I seem to have a headache coming on. Does anyone have any aspirin?
What are we going to do?
Yes, what are we going to do? One of you is the murderer. Unless someone got in the house while we were all in the dark and stabbed Envy while the lights were out. That means they're still in the house. We better catch them before they get away. What if they try to kill each one of us one by one? What if they're after me and they killed Aunt Bee to throw off suspicion? It could happen. I have my enemies, you know. Maybe we better all stick together.
I don't think it was anybody else. I'm sure shooting it was one of the 7 of us.
Seems 7 is a lucky number after all.
I don't like your attitude. I never have. All you ever do is berate my aunt. Have you no respect for the dead?
Yes. Have you no respect for the dead? If you can't say anything nice about someone, don't say anything at all. That means keep your mouth shut.
Only if you will, you whining wimp.
Stop her! Stop her, Beverly! You heard what she said. Are you gonna let her talk to me like that? I'll bet you she killed Aunt Bee.
All right, all of you sit down. You two, Bernie, get over there and sit. Now, as Beatrice's lawyer, there's some things y'all ought to know before we go and accuse anyone. 6 months ago, Beatrice changed her will. Now, in a rare moment of charity, she decided to name all of us, except for Gladys, as beneficiaries in her will.
Oh, I don't think I should be hearing any of this. May I go, please?
No, little lady, stay right where you are. Now, it wasn't like Beatrice to be so generous with her money, so I was surprised beyond words when she parceled out all her wealth to the 6 of us.
I knew about the new will.
So did I. Beatrice told me about it in confidence some time ago.
So much for surprises.
That money should be mine. All mine.
Yours? What about me?
Well, all right. Yours too. Aunt Beatrice stole that fortune from us when our parents were killed in a boating accident. Ever since we were children and she's had custody of us, she's managed to take everything away from us.
I beg to differ, Beverly. Most of your parents' money dried up as you grew up. Beatrice's millions came from Benjamin Towne, your uncle. He and your father split up before either of you were born. Benjamin got lucky, your father didn't.
So what has this got to do with tonight? Beatrice was an old woman. Certainly we could have all waited a little longer for that money.
Actually, you couldn't. Beatrice called me 2 weeks ago to change her will again.
I don't believe it.
The woman was crazy. What did she decide to do with her money this time? Take it with her?
Not really. According to her new will, which she was going to sign tonight after the party, all of her money goes to charity, but a generous sum goes to our dear friend Glen.
Oh, my. You again? Don't you ever lose at anything?
You gold digger. Why are we all suddenly left out? What am I going to do? I can't live without my money.
The bitch did it again.
Stop your complaining. You weren't listening, were you? The new will hasn't been signed yet. That means the old will is still in effect. The money is ours. Somebody did us a favor by bumping her off tonight.
We're rich.
Wait. We still have a slight problem.
What?
A butcher knife.
If we join together, perhaps we can.
We can do it. We can make this work. And then it'll be all of us together rich.
Except Gladys.
I say we kill her now before she turns on us. Anybody got a knife?
What's going on here?
Protection from former clients.
I always carry a knife in case of medical emergency.
I was doing my nails.
I was whittling.
Bernie, you're very quick with all of your solutions. I know how much you hated Aunt Beatrice. Maybe you're the killer after all.
I didn't do it, I swear.
I don't know whether to turn you in or to pat you on the back.
Look, everybody, I have a solution. Calm down. If we all offer a portion of our new wealth to Gladys, perhaps our little supermarket cowgirl will consent to assist us. That way we can all claim our wealth.
It would mean even more money than Beatrice would have left you.
More money than you'd ever make pushing around grocery carts.
What about it, Gladys? I'll let you bag my groceries every time I stop.
Well, I don't know. How much money would it be?
Beatrice left you, or would have left you had she lived, $100,000. I think we can double that. What do you say, partners?
Sure. That's $33,333.33 each. Tax-free. Gladys, I'll even be your accountant for a year, gratis. That's free.
Free medical care for your feet, and how they must ache at the end of a busy day of pushing all those carts around.
Complimentary legal services.
I'll be your friend for a year.
I will attend to your every need, the parties and gatherings you might have during the year. Remember, the holidays are coming up.
I'll leave you alone.
All right, I'm in.
Good for you, Gladys.
Good. We're gonna have money.
Quiet. We have to get organized. Come on down here.
If I may, sir, if Madam had fallen during the recent blackout and died from her injuries, it would be natural causes.
Yes, but we'd still have the knife to explain.
Why don't we take it out and throw it away? Shh. Why are we whispering?
No reason. I guess we don't need to. Who's going to overhear us now?
You know, even if we do take the knife out and throw it away, Beatrice is still left with a rather large gash in her chest.
I've heard of these do-it-yourself funerals. Maybe we can get a casket, and Beverly can dress up Aunt B, and we can have our own funeral.
Beatrice was eccentric, but not cheap.
Nice try, Einstein. So what are we going to do?
Horace Brandywine.
What?
Not what? Who? Horace Brandywine.
Who is Horace Brandywine?
The Undertaker.
Yes.
You think he killed Aunt B?
No, stupid, but he might bury her for us.
He's 90 years old and hasn't buried anyone in 30 years. Besides, he's almost blind. Oh, I get it.
Aunt B mentioned him just last week. She wanted him to do her funeral. She also wanted to be buried from right here in the foyer. We could plan such a lovely service. Tasteful, but not maudlin.
Horace might do it. He's retired. He's almost dead himself. Still, he is a businessman. He might be convinced with the proper incentives, if you know what I mean. I could sign the death certificate as injuries from a fall. And Horace, with his poor eyesight, won't even see the wound. Even if he does, his cataracts have gotten so bad, he'll probably only think it's a birthmark.
What about the new will? We still have that to contend with.
All taken care of.
Your secretary?
She won't remember a thing.
Should I call the authorities now?
No, not yet. This is Halloween. They change shifts at 11. We'll call just before then, just when they want to go home. Whoever's on duty will rush through the whole matter and run home as fast as a doggy looking for its mama.
This is fun. I never thought planning a murder could be so much fun.
The cook! Gone.
Oh, no.
Nothing to fear. Cook overheard Madam complain that the food was probably cold, so was getting ready to make an exit when the lights went out. She left in a flurry of obscenities.
That will serve our needs well. She'll be the perfect witness that the lights went off in the house and that there was general confusion.
A toast. Granville, if you will, please.
Gladys, you're very quiet. Second thoughts?
No, it's just that I've never been involved in anything like this before.
Fun, isn't it?
Sweetie, in a few days, this will all blow over. Then a ways down the road, you'll get 6 checks in the mail. And life will be just wonderful for you.
Think about it. Why, I can retire to a lifestyle I've always wanted to be accustomed to. Come to think of it, I'll be better off twice over.
What do you mean?
It's rather embarrassing, but I guess I can tell you all now that Beatrice is gone. We are in this together. Beatrice has been blackmailing me for 40 years.
What?
It seems so funny now that I look back on it. Years ago, when I first started practicing medicine, Beatrice was my nurse. She had just gotten married to Bentown and wanted something to keep busy while he was off on so many of his business trips. She didn't need the money even then. I was young and energetic.
And what?
And lonely.
Horny, more like it. So what did you do that cost you so much?
One day, I sent Beatrice out of the office for some supplies while I began a procedure on a female patient. Well, I must have miscalculated the time it would take her to return because she came in and found me in a, how shall I say it, rather indelicate position with the unconscious patient.
Why, you beast! How dare you take advantage of a woman that way? I hope the woman found out.
Oh, no, never. None of them ever did.
There was more than one?
5, 10.
Wow! You rustler, you. Robbing a herd of all its best heifers.
Beatrice threatened to expose me to all of them, and to the public.
As opposed to you exposing yourself, I always knew you were an upstanding citizen.
I never did it again. Beatrice saw that. Why, I've been paying her a stipend of silence for 40 years, and I'm glad it's over. And I'll be getting my money back after all this time.
That's disgusting. You deserve to pay for it.
Wow.
Well, Doc, it seems that we have more in common than we thought.
What do you mean?
I'll be getting some money back from Beatrice as well.
Blackmail? You too?
Yes. When I became Beatrice's lawyer, Beverly and Bernie's parents had already died in that boating accident. Beatrice was looking for personal advice on how to handle her money. She came to me and we hit it off like two pigs in a sty. One day she came in my office without knocking. You know how she likes to do that. Well, she overheard a conversation I was having where I was trying to weasel out a difficult financial situation. She offered to help me out, and I've been paying her back since, year after year.
So what did you do that was so bad? It sounds innocent enough to me.
There were several cases of insurance fraud she found out along the way.
I can't believe the two of you would be mixed up in such things.
This is more fun than watching the soaps.
Oh, you're all telling stories, aren't you? Is this all part of the party games? You know, like the games on TV where the contestants have to pick the real stories from the fake ones and they get points for each one they guess right. So, which one of you is telling the real story? Can I try to guess?
Don't you ever watch anything besides TV game shows? Gladys, get a life.
Oh, I've been trying to. Everybody says, Gladys, get a life! Gladys, get a life! But nobody ever tells me where to get it.
It's right here. You found it. Soon you'll have money, and you'll be able to live the life you've always wanted. Look at me. Middle-aged, successful, good-looking.
Virgin. You are still a virgin, aren't you, Barbara? With your attitude, you'd almost have to be. What about you, Gladys?
None of your business.
And what if I am? Maybe I'm proud of it.
Oh, and I'd be proud to remove that terrible blemish on your otherwise stellar character.
Just like you robbed all those other women.
What are you insinuating?
I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just repeating what you said.
I never said I robbed them of anything.
Huh!
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
You know, Tex, you're one to talk. Just how much money have you swindled people out of over the years?
None of your business.
I'll say it isn't. I have a real lawyer. Not some Texas cowboy with a $10 law degree. Just which correspondence school did you get your degree from anyway?
I have you know I went to a very prestigious law school.
Ha!
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Where'd you get your medical degree from? Club Med? Or was it Foot Doctors Anonymous? Or how about Hammer Toe You?
That's enough. I won't stand here and be insulted by some 2-bit, 10-gallon, hat-wearing, country bumpkin hayseed lawyer.
Well, then just sit down and be insulted.
My, to think that they're fighting over me.
Over you? I wouldn't lift a scalpel to scrape your calluses, more or less fight over you.
Egotistic number juggling CPA. By the way, what does CPA stand for? Contemptible, psychotic, accountant?
How dare you! Both of you are scum. I have never known two people as devoid of integrity as you. I am a beacon of propriety. I shine in your presence.
Oh, I'll say you do, honey, but I'd like to take some of that shine away if I could.
That's it, I've had enough. Get away from me. I've had it, I'm leaving. Gladys, if you and Beverly had any redeeming qualities as women, you'd leave as well.
I live here, I can't leave.
Then make them leave.
Shut up, Bob. You cut the crap and sit down. Oops.
Crap? Oops. Not particularly English sounding, now word it.
Granville, what's going on here?
Seems like the jig is up.
Come on, Butler boy. Spill your guts. Did you do it after all?
No. Yes. No.
Well, make up your mind. Which is it?
No, I didn't kill her.
Granville, what happened to your beautiful English accent?
I give up. I can't go on with this charade any longer.
Oh, charades! Oh, I love charades. Are we going to play more games? Oh, I hope so. I don't like all this shouting. It's so confusing.
Well, boy, what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm not English.
Another big surprise. We're all just full of surprises tonight, aren't we? I know, Gladys, you love surprises.
Well, I do.
This is worse than Aunt Bee's murder. Granville, I always thought I could depend on you. Like Aunt Bee depended on you for so much.
Oh, she depended on me, all right. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at 9 o'clock.
What?
Let's just say I took care of all her needs, including her special needs, 3 times a week.
I don't believe it.
Seems that we have another upstanding gentleman in our midst.
What are they talking about? Come over here, Bernie.
Wow.
Watch it, Bernie, or that pen will get to you yet.
You have no idea what it's like to be on call at the same time, in the same place, and doing exactly the same thing.
No, but I sure would like to find out.
8 years of it?
Boggles the mind.
Wow. So what was she blackmailing you for? It seems that Beatrice's favorite pastime, besides what you were doing together all those years,
1,248 times.
wow, was blackmailing people. So what'd you do, son?
Beatrice pulled a few strings that got me out of, prison.
A con?
I knew it. I knew you weren't what you said you were.
Oh, Bernie, shut up.
I was serving time in prison for armed robbery when my father died. Somehow Beatrice got me released from prison so I could come work here.
You mean you weren't at school in England all those years?
Hardly. Beatrice always reminded me I'd go back to prison if I said anything about my real past and didn't do exactly what she wanted. Her Monday, Wednesday, Friday ritual was a little more than I'd bargained for.
I just realized something. The butler did it after all, in the bedroom with me.
I don't want to hear this.
Somehow that wicked bitch held my father here all these years, then she got her claws into me. Do you know what it's like to tell your friends in Queens you're an English butler?
No. What is it like?
I don't know. I can never tell them. I'm just glad she's dead. That means I am free.
At least every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights.
Ding dong, the bitch is dead.
Which old bitch?
The wicked bitch.
Look at us. We sure are a sorry lot. 2 spoiled brats who never grew up and can't live without their aunt's patronage. A lawyer who practices fraud.
A doctor who vandalizes women. An English butler from Queens.
And an accountant who's so tied up with propriety in her career that she doesn't know how to live.
I guess, Gladys, you are the only lucky one. You have a life, you have a job you're good at and enjoy, but now things are going to be different. We're rich!
Rich!
Gold mine rich! We've hit the mother lode!
How about that toast now, huh?
So, what will we toast to this time?
We tried life once and that didn't work.
Well, how about death?
Sounds wonderful. One thing you could always depend on, huh?
To death.
And wealth.
To death and wealth.
What the
Oh,
hell?
no! Not again!
Stand right where you are. Don't anybody move.
Yeah, you wouldn't want anything to happen this time.
With any luck, the lights will come right back on.
Surprise! Good Lord. Bernie, put her on the poop, please. Granville, get me a glass of champagne. I feel like celebrating. Darling, you really ought to stop thinking like that. One of these days you're going to hurt yourself when you fall. And you're babbling again. Now, that kind of talk may be admirable in comedians and politicians, but not in a woman of your breeding.
Beatrice, where have you been? We've been worried sick about you.
Oh, I'll just bet you have.
Beatrice, honey, we looked all around for you and couldn't find you. We were just about to arrange a search party and check the house and grounds.
Save it. No amount of sucking up is going to save your sorry little asses.
Aunt Bee, I never heard you talk like that. Why are you so upset? We were just going to look for you. We wanted you to blow out the candles on your cake.
Beverly's right. Granville, go get the cake.
Is this all part of the games? Oh, I don't understand what's going on.
Gladys, perhaps I can explain. No cake right now. Listen. Sit down, children. Auntie's going to tell you all a little story. Once upon a time in the great jungle, there were 7 little snakes. Now, these snakes weren't very smart. In fact, they could be called stupid. With no one to teach them how to live in the jungle, they wandered around, barely able to find enough food to survive. Each was more obsessed with other things, obsessions that preoccupied their every waking moment. Years went by, and the 7 little snakes, all grown up by now, met one day in a clearing. I'm hungry, complained one. Me too, said another. Soon they all discovered that they had one thing in common. They were all starving. One suggested that they band together to capture and then kill one of the larger jungles of the animal. That way, by working together collectively, they could capture and kill and then feed, and so too all the other animals of the jungle. They debated on which animal it should be. One suggested one of the cats, a lion or a tiger, but the others dismissed that idea because the cats were too fast. Another suggested a monkey of some kind, but the stories they'd heard about how hard to eat and disgusting that they were, the animals, the monkey family, that was probably very true. What about a wildebeest or an antelope? Surely that would work, but they all agreed to the fact that they were far too fast and no one would land such a delicacy. At great length, one of them jokingly blurted out, "An elephant. She is slow and dumb. Surely we could catch one of the greatest of beasts. Imagine what the other animals would think for such a catch." It was agreed that a few of the snakes would sneak up on the elephant and wrap themselves around her feet to fell it, and then the others would come and strangle it. Now, their plan would have worked had they not forgotten that the elephant had such wonderful ears and huge hearing abilities. Their sinister plot would have worked had she not heard them, but she was ready for them and crushed them underneath her mountainous feet, one by one. The moral of the story is, make plans in silence, because if you make plans with a loud voice, you will surely be heard and meet with a humiliating defeat.
Aunt Bee, what's that in your hand?
A wonderful modern technological marvel, something you would know nothing about. A baby monitor.
A baby monitor?
I don't see any babies, do you?
When you were conspiring into cavorting together out here, I was in the library listening to your every word.
How dare you invade our privacy?
How dare you take advantage of my untimely death to go against my wishes?
Yes, about your death.
It seems to have been greatly exaggerated.
Well, I'm glad you're not dead, Aunt Bee. Can I get you anything?
Bernard, shut up and sit down. Nothing you can say or do will change my opinion of you.
What about the knife? Twice I found you with that butcher knife in your chest.
Oh, yes, the knife. Isn't it amazing what a simple kitchen utensil made for preparing dinners can be? No, children. I'm not going to use this knife, but it can be so messy.
Do you have a gun? Are you gonna shoot us?
No, Bernie, although I'd like to.
How dare you eavesdrop on our conversations and then
come back to life?
I believe you owe us an explanation.
Oh, I don't understand what's going on.
Madam has put another one of her cruel jokes on us.
What about that explanation?
Explanation? Explanation? I don't owe you anything. Nothing. Not a zip zilch. to you, Gladys. To you, Gladys, I will explain it all. The rest of you can listen if you'd like. Now, where shall I begin? I believe the doctor was my first acquaintance. Yes, let's begin with our friendly neighborhood podiatrist. True, I was his nurse for a short time. And true, I did catch him in a delicate position. I was young and naive.
Beatrice, you may have been young once, but you were never naive.
I was young, and I was embarrassed by what I saw. I thought I had no recourse but to turn the doctor in. He pleaded with me not to tell on him, and he gave me money to pay off the medical board.
How dare you twist the story around to suit your own interests? You stood in that office and began blackmailing me. I can tell you the date and time it all began.
By taking the doctor's money, I saved him from a horrible fate and countless numbers of unsuspecting women from an even worse fate. I kept the doctor honest. And thanks to the doctor, for a woman of my age, I have the best looking feet in town.
Beatrice Towne, you are a conniving, vicious woman. Perhaps you'd better see a neurologist and get checked out for Alzheimer's. You seem to be forgetting a lot of details.
You know, I don't think I'm going to continue taking advice from a man who claims to be a doctor and can't even tell if a person's dead or not.
Yes, you two-bit-wielding, hacksaw-carrying wannabe. I thought you said she was dead.
I said she looked dead.
She's looked dead for years, but that hasn't stopped her from continuing to blackmail us. You should have checked her pulse.
Next time you check her pulse.
Next time I'll make sure the knot really is in.
Gentlemen, please, control yourselves. I knew you'd send Bob in to check on me. I also knew what an aversion he has for the dead. There was no way in hell he was going to lay a finger on me, except, of course, to check my feet for corns. Now, Gladys, you were the shocker, but you're such a scaredy cat, I knew I had nothing to fear. Now, let me see, where were we? Yes, Bill was next. You know, fraud can be such a messy affair and can cost you your license. I saved Bill from all of that. A few dollars here, a few dollars there, and a few dollars back to me.
You demented old hag. You have no idea how long I've waited to say that to you. You are a vindictive, cruel woman who cares more about herself than anyone else.
I cared enough about you to drag you out of that rat-infested office you had and to make you into one of the most respectable lawyers in town. I won't even mention your little marriage or your falsified divorce papers.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Bill.
Seems our Texas cowboy's been out to pasture under false pretense. What happened? Pay out some judge to get rid of some young cowgirl?
It doesn't matter. It was years ago. Nobody cares.
I do, you Texas shyster. Seems what I did isn't so bad next to what you did.
Gentlemen, please. You do forget that this is a party and not a name-calling contest. Oh, now, Gladys, I've lost my train of thought. Now, where were... Oh, yes. Barbara. Barbara, you seem to be neglecting your little indiscretion.
Yes, we got our guts spilled. Now it's your turn.
Yeah, what'd our unfriendly accountant do? A few numbers get switched around?
I did nothing wrong. I did nothing illegal.
Gladys, it seems Barbara's not being completely honest with us. I happen to know for a fact that Barbara is not a virgin.
How dare you!
How sad.
A jilted lover put her drive in neutral.
Look, you, let's get the record straight. I was not jilted. I dumped him. I wanted more out of life than he did, so I got rid of him. He didn't like the way I operated, and I didn't like the way he lived. As for the sex, it wasn't worth it. I don't care what anybody says about sex. Take it or leave it as far as I'm concerned. So, I'm not a virgin. I might just as well be. Sex with him was just one moment in time.
But that doesn't concern us here. I am more concerned about one of her clients. The one who isn't as wealthy as he used to be, only he doesn't know it.
Embezzlement. How clever. In case you need a good lawyer, give me a call.
Well, Gladys, there you have it. Of course, there's still Beverly and Bernie, but they don't count. They're family. That is the whole sad, ugly truth, and nothing but the truth. Oh, I am forgetting faithful Granville, the butler, the thief.
Lady, if I had a gun right now, I wouldn't hesitate to use it, and I enjoy it.
Too bad. Because the only pistol you pack has a rather small caliber. And you have been bothered by that quick trigger. Don't ever fool yourself, Granville. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays were far more exciting than our little Monday, Wednesday, and Friday affairs.
Every night?
Every night.
Wow. Well, not every night. On Sunday, I rested. As to what held your father here, it was loyalty. I saved your life once. Your family couldn't afford the doctors you needed, and I paid all the expenses. Out of gratitude and thanks, your father worked for me. Gratitude is something you have never understood, none of you. You are all petty, insignificant creatures who suck all the enjoyment out of life. You take advantage of people, you take away their money, you take away their smiles, you deprive them of the very essence of life, and in return, you think you enjoy what you have. But you have exploited even yourselves. All the money I have taken from you was in an attempt to help you redeem yourselves, show some spine. You too, Granville. One word, one show of strength or confidence would have won you your freedom. My saddest mistake was in doting on the two of you. I thought that if I gave you everything, it would help take away the pain of your parents. But you took what I gave you like vultures, tearing at the meat of a dead carcass.
I'm sorry, Aunt Bee. I didn't know. I can change. It's not too late.
I can change too. Nonsense. You are all the worst that we have become.
That's an unfair judgment. You set us up.
There. A brilliant lawyer at work. Yes, I set you up. A will, the lure of money, the threat of taking it away. It was perfect melodrama, a perfect script for a perfect melodrama. It was all too much for your greedy little minds. You couldn't stand the revenge or the desire for more. As of tomorrow, you are all out. Out of my house, out of my sight, out of my employment, out of an inheritance. Except for you, Gladys. Oh, sweet, sweet Gladys. Although I am disappointed that you went along with these conniving conspirators.
I didn't understand. I thought it was all a game.
Of course you did, Gladys. But I still have faith in you. And when I write over the new will, it will all be over, and most of it will be for you.
There is no will, Beatrice.
Ah, but there is. I got another original. From your secretary. It seems she, too, takes bids from the highest offer.
Damn you all to hell.
I'm going into the library now to work on my will. Gladys, I think perhaps you should come with me. We can protect each other from these horrible people.
Now what do we do?
Quiet.
What?
Quiet.
Oh.
Now what are we going to do?
What did you do when you got that fake divorce? You seem to be able to work your legal wiles to come up with solutions. How about one now?
Do you think she has the room bugged?
I doubt it. She may be clever, but she never spent that much money.
Down here. Let's try to be quiet about this. You all heard her story.
Maybe we can all gang up on her when she comes out of the library. We can smother her with the pillow and make it look like an accident.
What about sweet, sweet Gladys, our grocery cart jockey?
I'll take her out myself.
We don't have much time.
A little like you in the operating room with your snoozing patients.
Stop it. This is getting us nowhere.
Oh, like your jilted lover?
Maybe you and Quick Draw ought to spend some time together. It might do you both some good.
I don't want to be poor.
We're doomed.
Look, everybody, I have a solution. We have to be quick about it.
Like Granville?
Quiet.
Okay, this.
All right.
Okay.
Granville, you kill the lights on my signal.
Gotcha.
Kill the lights. Kill the lights. That's funny.
What's funny about it?
Well, don't you get it? Kill. Kill. Never mind.
Remember, this will take precision and split-second timing. Places, everyone.
Ready?
Whoa.
Guys.
Are you all that's left of your group of conspirators? No matter. Now come along, Gladys. I'd like you to go home, and I will pick you up in the morning. I do have your address, and I will call for you. Now, good night, my dear.
You sure you'll be okay, Mrs. Towne?
Gladys, I'm fine. Now, don't you worry about a thing. Good night, then. alone at last. How absolutely wonderful.
I haven't seen her.
The front doors! Oh, Trent! She's getting back!
Great big white light. That's the chandelier, you fool.
Bernie, where are you?
Over here. Shut.
I'm coming. Somebody help him.
Stay right where you are. Bernie, you never could stand loud noises. Unless you're crawling around on the ceiling, you're fine. I shot straight up.
Oh. Then you're not going to shoot anyone?
You're all spineless imbeciles. Is she dead? No, Granville, I am more alive than I have ever been.
Damn! You better watch out. She's got a gun.
I'm not going to use this gun. Not on any of you. After what I witnessed tonight, I doubt I will even need to use it.
And what have you seen?
After I let Gladys out that front door, I sat in that chair, and I watched in the dark as you hunted me down like a bumbling squad of Keystone cops. You know, you really are pathetic. I've never seen a worse gathering of nitwits and misfits. You ought to consider the CIA or politics. You're all nothing but a bunch of wusses and wimps.
Well, what am I, Aunt Bee? Everybody says I'm a wimp. What do you say?
Majority rules.
What are you going to do with us now? Call the police? Have us all arrested?
On the contrary, I'm going to make you watch as I sign my new will.
And what if we refuse?
Yeah, what will you do then?
Shoot us?
Don't tempt me.
Aunt Bee, you've always been a reasonable woman. Why ruin everything you've lived for in a moment of rage?
Beverly, for once you may be correct. I am being insensitive by making you watch as I write you out of a fortune. I'll do it tomorrow. Know this, all of you. You are all out of my employ. Finished. I will say nothing about what has happened here tonight, and nothing about what you have called blackmail. That, too, is finished. Bernie, Beverly, Granville, you may collect your belongings in the morning. Now get out of my sight! Has been a wonderful